Hello everybody, welcome back. Today's video, we're here at Cheaha State Park here in Alabama. I'm going to show you what my site looks like. Alright, we are in site 46. It was more difficult to get in than we thought from other videos and stuff. It's very curvy, a little curvier and a little smaller than we thought, but after a few many tries to get in, we got in our site. This is site 46, like I said. At every site, you get a fire pit and a picnic table. Here's a map of Cheaha State Park. When we were here, they had a road that washed out, so hopefully you don't have to do all this stuff. So ignore this, but if you're here on a regular time, the lower improved campground, so what we're staying at, is over here. Bathhouse, all that type of stuff. The lake's over here. See, these are where the cabins are, and they have chalets over here. See, down here is where you check in the store. Right here they are building a motel. There's a dog park. This is where the highest point in Alabama is. Bathhouse, and this is the upper campground, and this is where the Bald Rock Trailhead and the boardwalk are over here. And there's these trails over here, and then some scattered right here in this area. And there's one down here. There's 2 trails down here. 3 trails. Here is the map of the trails. And then some information about the trails. Another look at it. This is the first part of this campground. There are 2 camping loops. There's the upper and lower campground. I'm going to show you this one first. This is the one we're staying at. And right here, this is where you're going to come in. There's a gate code, but when you get here and when you register to come here, they will give you the code and then put it on the back of the paper that goes in front of your windshield to tell you what the number is to get in. You put in your code and you come this way. It's one way and you go that way. It's pretty much a big loop. This is site 45 right here. Site 44. Site 46. Site 47 right here. This is site 48, site 49, site 50, site 51, site 52, site 61. Right here is 2 glamping tents you can rent. Site 55, site 56. Right here is a cabin that you can rent. Right here is another glamping tent. Right here is site 59, site 60, site 62, site 63, site 64, site 66, site 65, which is a handicap site. Right here is the bathhouse for this loop. I will I'll go in and let you look at it. Right, here is the shower area. Just the shower. In those showers they have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is the handicap one. That's what the handicap one looks like, and the other one shows you a regular shower. Hey, men's and women's restroom. Alright, here's the bathroom. This is just a bathroom. The showers, like I showed you, are on the other side. Regular bathrooms. Site 68. Site 74, another handicap site. Site 70. Site 67. Site 69. Site 72. 2 more of the glamping tent. Right here is where you're gonna check in, and this is the store. Right here is where they're building like a hotel over here. And this is where you check in if you're for the other campground up this way. This is the camp store. Over here they have food, magnets, some food stuff, drinks are over here. Magnets, stickers, t-shirts, stuff like that. It's over here. Here is the observation tower. It is Cheaha State Park. This is the elevation 2,407, highest point in Alabama. And then you can go inside and hike up to the top. Here's some information about the tower. We're up here at the top. It's a little cloudy today, but you can kind of see over there the mountains. Can't see much over here, but this is the other side. Here you can see much, a little better. And down there's like the city and stuff down that way. The Bald Rock Trail. It is the oldest trail in Alabama. Here's some other things you can do as well. This is the kind of like top of the world that you see a ton of different cities. These are the things you can see. And then here's the view. A little cloudy today, but you can see a little bit of it. Let's see, over here is Talladega, Lincoln, Mufford, 20 is that way, Cold Mountain, Oxford, Anniston, and Chuckle Mountains, and Duggar Mountain over here. There is Bald Rock. There is, if you take the accessible trail, there's some off points and you can get off and walk the trail to this if you want to sit and look at it from Bald Rock. Or you can take the accessible trail and get the view, but you just not going to get the Bald Rock view. Here is the sign about just different animals in the park and different things while you're on the boardwalk. These are about the bugs you might see while you're here taking this trail. This is about Home Sweet Home, about the forest. If you want to go see the Bald Walk and see the view from there, you would take this trail, take those steps, and take the trail out that way to go see it. Alright, here is about the Native Americans that lived in this area. Right, this one tells you about wood, how many trees are in the world, and how trees are important. You can see this trail is really easy. It's wheelchair accessible, so anybody can take this trail up to the view. Now, if you want to do Bald Rock, you're going to have to hike down, do a little hiking. But if you just want to see the view, then you can just take this trail, and anybody can take this trail. Alright, here is about the reptiles that you can see. Alright, this one's about the secret life of lichens. These are the animals that you can see while you're on the trail in this area. Hey, right here is about this flag that pretty much was worn, couldn't be flown anymore. And they got rid of the flag how they were supposed to. And I'll show you they put it in this box, a little remembrance of the flag. Right here is where they put the flag. And now there's a new flag standing here. And on a nicer day than today, when it's a little foggy and cloudy, there's a really pretty view over here. But because it's cloudy today, you don't really get that view. Again, I'll let you read about the flag. The campground, this is site 2. This is site 4, site 5, site 6, site 11, site 12, site 20, site 22, site 24, site 26, site 27, 28, site 29, site 31, site 33, site 34, site 35, site 36, alright, this is the boardwalk one. So you take the trail next to the boardwalk. You come from this way and you can walk on these beautiful rocks and see the beautiful view. Hiking Pulpit Rock Trail. We are here at Pulpit Rock. It was a semi-strenuous hike. It wasn't really bad. They are marked pretty well with a red where to go. It is very rocky, but it is a gorgeous view. Alright, now it's time for another campground review. Number 1 is the worst and 5 is the best. We start with ease of entry. Now, we are a big rig camper, so this is for a big rig camper. If you are smaller, it would be different. Okay, so ease of entry is a 2. While we were here, the road washed out. So we had to go on this narrow road, make this really hard curve, and the sites are kind of, you can fit in it, but it was kind of hard to maneuver. So I say big rig 2 if you are a tiny camper. I would say 3, 4. You probably have no problem. Site size 1, not much room in your site. Definitely be a big rig. If you're smaller, you would have more room. Site privacy 4, like we have the woods behind and in front of our camper, so you have a lot of room. Pack activities and amenities is a 3. Now I say that because if you like hiking, that is what you do here. There is a lake you can go swimming. It's that time of year, and there's a ton of hiking trails, so if you like hiking, there you go. There are 2 museums, but they were closed while we were here. They are only open Thursday to Sunday at the moment, so we couldn't really see what was in there. Nearby attractions 1. There's about nothing near here. Probably had to 20, 30, 40, maybe even an hour before you can get something to do or a nearby place. So make sure you bring, and they do have a store, so I guess if you get something, make sure you bring enough food to last you however long you're going to be at this campground. There's not much around here. Kid friendly 3. Again, a lot of hiking trails. They can walk, they can bike, you can bike around here. There is a playground next to the lake, and they can swim in the lake. Pet friendly is a 4. Again, hiking trails. Your dog can walk any of the hiking trails. There is a dog park and at the very far end of the campground, but there is a dog park. And let's see, at the store they do have like little dog treats that you can get for your dog. Would I come back to this campground is a 2 because like we pretty much did all the hiking trails and it was really hard for us to get in here, so I don't know if we'd be back, so that's why I say a 2. Alright, that's it from Cheaha State Park. Hope you liked this video. Make sure to like and subscribe down below. Thanks so much for watching again. Bye!